Hello. I apologize. I don't have pesto. I just cleaned off my desk and I couldn't find her, so I assume that she is somewhere on either a custom shelf or her pesto shelf, and I just am too lazy to look. Ignore my fingies. I was painting. I want to do a video today about. I just blanked so hard. Kind of like a little mini LPS vlogmas to get me back into like the swing of filming, because I like producing content and I haven't done it in a while, so I'm going to start doing it again now. This is one of my customs I just made. He does not have a name. He is rough. Please ignore my dog crying. Please ignore my dog's crying. There's one at my feet and one sleeping on a bed, so I disregard that if you hear it throughout this little tangent. Okay, so one of the first things I want to do for like a mini LPS vlogmas style thing is I want to do some crafts for you guys. One of the crafts I want to start out with is based off of what I'm currently snacking on. White cheddar popcorn. I don't know if you can hear that. That's kind of weird. I might cut that out. But I want to do one of the popcorn tins, because we get those every year. And I have like these, and theoretically I could paint this, but I use these. This one's full of water to clean out my airbrush, so I can't use that one. So I think I'm going to make one, but I'm going to look around my craft room and see if I have anything that I've been holding on to that I could use as a base for it, because I want the lid to be removable. Like, I want to make fake popcorn in it and everything like that. We're going to start with this and see where we can go with that. Okay, hi, I'm voicing over this part. So this piece that you're seeing, I didn't realize it's plexiglass on the inside, so I ended up having to do an index card, and just wrap it up a bunch of times and hope that it was sturdy enough. So what you saw there was I wrapped a strip of the index card, glued it around my Posca because it has the same thickness. Here I am taking another strip of an index card, wrapping it around the base, I guess, for the popcorn tin to make the lid, because I want the lid to be able to slide over the base of the tin that I just dropped. I suck at doing a tutorial. Here's the top of it glued, though. I'm cutting it down to size because it was just a little bit too big. You'll see I end up having to cut it twice, because apparently I can't measure things the first time. But, yeah, here's me cutting a popcorn tin lid. Okay, this is me measuring it, make sure it fits. I like the way it looks, so now we're going to go ahead and put a lid on it. I just apply some glue to the top rim, press it down onto another piece of index card to create the lid. I glued the rim to the stripe side because I wanted the top of it to be clean, as you can kind of see because my footage is blurry. It kind of did that. I did the same thing to the lid and to the container itself, and you can kind of see what I'm going for. I'm not the best at this. And then I take some scraps of the index card, chuck it in the bottom of the popcorn tin, just kind of push it in there, give it some sturdiness because I don't want to fill this thing completely. There'd be a lot of popcorn. Here's it filled. I went ahead and put some glue on it. I kind of have to zoom in to show you the glue that I put in there, but I assure you there's glue in it. And then I take some pieces of styrofoam that I had lying around because I thought it looked the most like little popcorn, and I just pop it in on top with some glue just to kind of keep it all held together. You'll see that I go in again with glue on top of it to kind of keep it glued down. One thing I think I'd do differently is I would mix the styrofoam with the glue first. I ended up having to go back in and mix all of it together, and it was a really big sticky mess. So if you do decide to do this, make sure you do that first. Don't pull a me. Don't do that after, because then you're going to glue all over your hands and it's not fun. But you kind of get the vision. You know, you can kind of see the texture, how it kind of looks like popcorn. Okay, this was the second day after it had fully dried. As you can see, it is the next day. This project took me 2 days because I just have work and life in between. There's nothing I can say about it. Please don't be mad. But after your glue dries, I'm gonna go in with paint. I decided to go in with this khaki color because I was trying to make it as white cheddar as I could. And then I had this yellow on hand in case it didn't look like white cheddar popcorn. I would just make it buttered popcorn. But those are the two colors that I decided to use. And then we're gonna paint this popcorn right now. I didn't know you were gonna be blinded by the popcorn. Here's me struggling to get in paint position. And we're just gonna go in with our khaki paint, cover the entire thing, look blurry while we do it. This is great video footage, might I add. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with some of the yellow color. I just didn't think it looked enough like white cheddar popcorn, so I'm gonna throw some butter on there, get it all good to go. Give it a little bit more like butter popcorn feel. And then to go in for the base of it, like the container the popcorn's in, I didn't want to paint the white, so I decided I was gonna take this Coke can that I have, wrap it around my popcorn bucket, and you know, use that kind of as the base for the tin because a can is tin. I figured it would give a good tin container. So I take this empty Coke can, washed it out. Make sure you're using scissors and stuff, being safe. This tin is very sharp and it hurt me quite a few times. I just used hot glue, or at least that was my plan, was just to use hot glue. Um, I ended up having to rough up the tin because it just wasn't working. My sandpaper also wasn't doing anything, so I ended up having to go with my X-Acto and manually add texture to give the glue something to stick to. Otherwise, it just didn't, it kept popping off and stuff like that is what I noticed. Here I go in and add some little details to the tin. I didn't know what design I wanted to do, but I figured some little bows would be the easiest. I am not a professional crafter. I'm not a professional painter. This is just something fun I wanted to do to create my own little Christmas scene at the end of the month. Or not the end of the month, but I guess around Christmas, I wanted to DIY my own scene. So, putting little bows. This is it all done. Looking kind of janky, but not super janky. The bows could use a little bit of touch up. I'll probably go in off camera to finish it. But as far as right now goes, this is my tiny LPS popcorn tin. The popcorn on the inside is squishy. I would probably compare it to like a fidget toy. If you did want to use it for that, I'm sure it'd be a cute keychain. But other than that, that's the little popcorn done. Got a pet in for size comparison. It's pretty easy to make them eat it. You know, the tins that I buy are normally big tins. It takes me and my family a while to go through them. So having one this kind of bigger for pets really isn't a bad thing for me. I think it's pretty size comparable. But yeah, that's my little tin done. I'll probably go in with some Mod Podge to seal it if I don't do like a spray sealant. The lid did end up being too big because of the paper on the inside and because I added tin to the base of the bucket. So I'm just going to kind of skimp out on the lid. Maybe I could use it to make like another popcorn bucket if I wanted to do more than one. But for now, we just have the one, no lid, which kind of sucks because I was really excited about the lid. But we'll do the most that we can. And I'll see you guys in day 2. I hope you had a good day. Bye.